today's adventure, we are going to the largest and the oldest living museum in Arizona, called the Boyce Thompson Arboretum, where they cultivate and study desert plants from all over the world. Now I'm just going to briefly touch on some of the plants that they've got there because it's so large. They've got almost 400 acres and well over 19,000 desert plants. They've got like a bunch of trails you can walk on, but I'm going to stick to the main trail, which is only 1.5 miles. So I brought my walking shoes. It is in the Sonoran Desert at about 2,800 feet elevation. It's about 60 miles east of Phoenix, off of Highway 60, not too far from the town of Superior. But I wanted to pull over and tell you where we were going instead of talking while I'm on the freeway because the wind is so strong today, and even though I have a good cover on my little microphone in here, it picks up a lot of wind. So stay tuned if you're interested in desert plants and botanicals. I'm just going to briefly touch on the main stuff that they've got there. If you want more detail, check out the link that I'm going to put in the description. It's the Boyce Thompson Arboretum. It's on the National Register of Historic Places too, by the way. That arboretum is also next to an eroded volcano. Called Picket Post Mountain. It's very windy. Cannot see anything. You can see everything just blowing around. So this is Picket Post Mountain. It's an eroded volcano. Who knew that there were so many different types of cactus plants? Oh, look at this fuzzy plant here. So here is a legume garden. I had no idea there was over 18,000 species of legumes. Compass barrel. These are quite popular. These are the golden barrel cactus family from Mexico. I mean, you could spend an entire day just looking at these cactus gardens. The silver torch. Wow, that's crazy. It's so fuzzy. Wow. Look at the bark on this. The Chilean Palo Verde. That's cool. This is what it's all about. Riding your bike to see stuff like this and enjoying nature. It just goes on and on. Just so many cactus plants. But there's this one I want to show you. It's very cool. Tiny little spindly branches and super tall and like kind of a white bark. Boojum Cove. So yeah, this is the Boojum. Booyah. Wow, I mean, it's just so tall. Okay, so what does it say here? The Boojum is a close relative to our native Ocotillo. found naturally only in central Baja California and across the Gulf of California on the coast of Sonora. When they planted, they were about 10 feet tall. Boojums grow about 4 inches per year. Very cool. Cool looking tree. Fire Lake. They created it in 1925 to store water for irrigating all these plants and gardens. It's pumped into the lake from a well over that ridge over there. Once again, another gorgeous spot. So that's the house that the guy built who founded this place, William Boyce Thompson. Here it just talks about how important it is to cultivate the plants in the desert here. Understanding plants, finding new crops for dry land, and helping people to appreciate them more. The sunrises must have been amazing. It's so pretty down here. Look at this tree trunk. All bent over. Wow, this is so awesome. Would you like learning about desert botanicals or any plants that live in the desert? You should come here. It is totally awesome. I think there's a suspension bridge over there. And this right here is the Clevenger house. Alright, we'll see how well the GoPro Hero 7 does in here. This is a stone and mortar building. Home for a family of 5 in the early 1900s. Robert Clevenger and his family homesteaded here. This building and the land around it was bought by William Boyce Thompson several years later, and then it was remodeled as a playhouse for his grandchildren. Now they use this building for drying and displaying herbs, as well as a cool respite from the summer heat. I can totally agree with that. Can't imagine living in something this size with five kids. 5 kids, okay? But at least it was cool. And this is an ornamental bitter orange. Very pretty. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I barely scratched the surface of what's here. There's so many more plants and flowers that haven't bloomed yet, and cactus plants and things to see, and it's just, I'm so glad it's shady here because I have my coat on and my liner and Kevlar jeans and a little overheated. So I hope you enjoyed it. Coming along with me on this trip. And we'll talk to you later. I don't know where I am. Where am I? Did I get lost? It's called the Boyce Thompson Arboretum. And it is called wow, look at the tar snakes. That's all I can see because the sun is right in my eyes. We are in the Sonoran Desert, but the wind is really strong. What was that? What was that? Really strong.